Hi everyone, my name is Reichel. Welcome to my new tutorial. In this tip I'm going to explain how to draw hands and feet for beginners. I decided to take on 7 topics. 1. Hand anatomy. 2. Hand sketch. 3. Hand poses. 4. 3D hand. 5. Foot anatomy. 6. Foot sketch and 7. 3D foot. We can divide the hands into 2 main parts. The blue part, which consists of the dorsum of the hand, the palm, and the knuckles. And the red part, which consists of the fingers, nails, and joints. Lastly, we have the wrist, which connects the hand to the arm. On the dorsum of the hand, pay attention to 3 points. 1. There is a small amount of skin between the fingers. 2. The connection between the thumb and the hand. 3. The shape of the knuckles. On the palm of the hand, we only see the creases of the fingers and the palm. On the palm, we have 3 main creases: distal, proximal, and radial. In rare cases, a person may have only a single crease, called simian, and the radial crease. The hand is made up of 5 fingers. 1. Thumb. 2. Index. 3. Middle. 4. Ring. 5. Little. One tip I give is to follow this same order when drawing hands. Also, pay attention to the finger lengths and proportions. The thumb goes all the way to the dorsum of the hand, and the middle finger is the longest one. At the tip of each finger we have the nail. It is made up of 3 main parts: the free edge or margin, the plate, and the lunula. What I find most important to understand is the shape of the nail and how it fits onto the fingertip. Also, pay attention to how it looks when we rotate the finger. Now to move the fingers, we have joints and knuckles. The red and green points are the tip and middle joints, and the blue point are the base knuckles. Both the tip and middle joints of the fingers have 2 types of movements. Extension, moving the finger toward the dorsum until it is straight. Flexion, moving the finger toward the palm of the hand. The thumb doesn't have a middle joint, only a tip joint and a base knuckles. The knuckles give the fingers even more mobility. Extension, moves the fingers toward the dorsum of the hand until they are straight. Flexion, moves the fingers toward the palm. Hyperextension, moves the fingers beyond the dorsum of the hand. Abduction, moves the fingers sideways in an opening motion. Adduction, moves the fingers sideways in a closing motion. The wrist also helps with hand movement. Extension, moving the hand upward. Flexion, moving the hand downward. Radial, moving the hand laterally toward the thumb. Ulnar, moving the hand laterally toward the little finger. To draw the sketch of the hand, pay attention to the proportions. 1. Fist, draw a square. 2. Divide it into 4 parts. 3. Draw the thumb at the height of the square. 4. The same height of the square will be the height of the middle finger. Five. Divide the square into 4 parts. 6. Finger index and ring are smaller than the middle finger. 7. Little finger is smaller than ring finger. After drawing the sketch, just draw the fingers, nails, dorsum, and knuckles. To draw the hand from different angles, you just need to place the same basic structure in perspective. For that, practice basic 1-point perspective. I've organized the angles from easiest to most difficult. To add more depth to your drawings, draw the hands big when they are in front of the character. This is a slightly more advanced tip, but it's an easy way to give your drawing a stronger sense of depth. What is your character feeling? To answer this question, use the drawing of the hands. Hands are an element of expression. To make it clearer, I'll divide them into 4 feelings. A. Feelings like calm, tranquility, and sadness require a hand that conveys this low energy. B. More neutral and balanced feelings are felt with an open hand with fingers together. C. Feelings of joy and excitement are felt when we draw open hands, bringing a radiant energy. D. The closed hand evokes a feeling of strength and intense energy. Besides expressing feelings, the hand plays a very important functional role. Holding objects, touching, interacting, like playing instruments. So think about what your character is doing, and choose a hand pose that matches their actions. Hand signals are a very important element when we consider a character's personality in a single frame. Whether they're charismatic or unfriendly B, their hand gestures will reflect this. Pay attention to the cultural, musical, and religious aspects of the hand signals. For this drawing, I wanted to create a rocker girl. The sign on her hand is the popular horn hand. I recommend drawing the hands first, then the arm. Think about your character's personality and choose a pose that reflects it. For 3D hands, I will use this material available in the Clip Studio Paint catalog. So now I will explain some tools I use in Clip Studio Paint for 3D. Rotate camera, move camera, zoom camera, move object, rotate object, rotate vertically, rotate horizontally, move in perspective. You can easily modify the finger placement by simply clicking on the part you want to move. Once you've chosen the position, you can draw over or by looking at the 3D model. I like to divide the foot into 3 parts. 4. The front part of the foot, where the toes and joints are. Mid. The middle of the foot, where the dorsum is at the top and the plantar at the bottom foot. Hind. The back of the foot, where the heel is at the bottom, the ankle bone on the side the visible bone, and the Achilles tendon at the back. Unlike hands, feet have more limited movement. They have 2 main movements. Joint. As we've seen, it extension and flexion. Ankle, it dorsiflexion and plantar flexion. First, draw a triangular shape. Divide it into 3 parts. The last part fits the leg. In the first part, draw the toes. In the second part, the sole of the foot. And in the third part, the heel. To draw the feet from different angles, simply place the same basic structure in perspective. I've also arranged the angles from easiest to most difficult. For 3D foot, I will use this material available in the Clip Studio Paint catalog. Just like the 3D hand, you can move it as you like and adjust the joints. I hope this tutorial helps you understand how hands and feet really work. That way, you won't have to rely on just copying blindly. And I also hope you use your hands to increase the expressiveness of your characters. Thanks and bye!